Allah, Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, risking their lives and their freedom. All right, hazard in their lives, as the scriptures say. This is the brother Yahmiah from the Great Millstone Chicago camp. All right, and basically coming to you with a small lesson. All right, and basically I'm into the I'm just gonna go into a lesson because this is something I meditate, on one of my hobbies, one of my main hobbies is bodybuilding and training and lifting weights. And I've been in competitions and won competitions and competitive shows. I'm not really into that like that anymore, But the thing about it is, in that whole mind state and that whole mental is the same mental on a worldly level that's compared to the truth. Just like when Paul did it, the race, he compared it to a race, he compared it to boxing. All right, because in the world of bodybuilding, we call it the 24-hour sport. All right, and the truth is the 24-hour sport. You can't just bounce around on Saturday, all right, and then everything's all good. Just like you can't bounce around the gym for a couple hours every week and it's all good. No, you got this is a 24/7 a 24/7 job, just like in the bodybuilding world. You waking up 6-7 a.m. Eating, just like in the spiritual, in the spirit, in the truth. You waking up 6-7 a.m. You got to go to work at 9 a.m. You waking up, you praying, you reading, all right. You get your 6-7 meals a day. Did you drink your gallon of water today? And you beat yourself up if you don't do these things in the bodybuilding world. That's just like the truth. If you go without reading, if you go without praying, if you go a minute without fasting, you feel like shit as a man of the Lord. And you also, it takes a certain type of man, all right? If you want to build that body or you want to build that physique, it's nothing to distract you. All right, the dog died. Look, I got to go lift. My baby in the hospital being born. Look, I got a training session at so-and-so and so-and-so. I didn't eat 5 meals today. That's really what you're thinking about. In the back of your head, the whole mental is rugged, man. And it's different. And it's that soldier-like mentality. Another thing about it is there's so many things about it that you can liken to this truth. And like with it, it's only one way to do it. And you can't cheat. And, even with lifting, I always tell people, it's no other way to reinvent the wheel. Just like this truth, it's only one gate you can go in, one path you can follow, Just like you got people who see these monsters, and I'm not into steroids and no shit like that, but you see these monsters who took steroids, but that don't mean shit. 90% of these people who talk shit about them or say, oh, they just took steroids, they throw out the whole fact that for the last 20 to 25 years, this dude been training 3 hours, 2 hours, eating 5-6 meals a day. Like you can't do that. And the thing about it is you can forget about it. You can forget about it, man. If your heart ain't in it, you can forget about it. And that's just like the truth. Most people do not have the fortitude, all right, to do the truth. And that's why we have scoffers. It's not the fact that these scoffers don't like what we doing. They just know they can't do it. So they have a ton of shit to talk about it. It's not the fact they don't like what we doing. They just wish they was doing it. They wish they had the mental capacity. They wish they had the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai on them, but they can't. Just like in the fitness world. They talk a ton of shit. They make jokes. They scoff because they know they don't have what it takes to get what they want. And they envy it. All right. And the truth is the same way. And it's only one way to do it. All right. So I'm going to get a couple scriptures. All right. Because it's only one way. I said it's only one way to do it. And we use perfect form, man. Here it is. You got 300 or 400 plus pounds in your hands. It's no other way to go. Or you're going to ruin your whole life, man. You might break your back. You might break your spine. You might break your legs. It's too much weight in our hands to not do this thing perfectly. All right. I talked enough. Let me just get into some scriptures that was on my mind. All right. Because I said it's only one way to do it. So I'm going to get this one. This is, let me see. Salaki. It's 1 Corinthians 4. It's 1 Corinthians 4. Or 2 Corinthians 4. Yep, it's 2 Corinthians 4 and 1. It says, therefore, seeing we have this ministry, this job to do this service, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid unto them that lost. All right, them that don't get it or understand it, we don't care. We have a mission. We have a journey. It might look weird to the world, all right, but to hell with the world. They don't understand this. They'll never understand this, all right? And that's going to be what it is, but we're going to grow, all right? We're going to tear down our muscles, because in the truth, now you get tore down, man. The scriptures say he who humbles himself should be exalted. He who exalts himself should be humbled, man. All right? You tear yourself down when you lifting weights, when you training, and then through the rest period, that's when the body recuperates and the muscle grows, all right? And it looks better. Just like through the trials and tribulations you suffer through the truth, when you beating yourself down, man, when you getting up, when you making the sacrifices, man, when you making the time. I tell people all the time, man, people make time for the things that they want, man. You either gonna make time or a fucking excuse, man. All right, and that's what we do in the bodybuilding world, and that's what we do in the truth. We make time for what we want, whether it's reading, fasting, watching the video, praying, breaking bread with a brother on the phone. And this might not feel comfortable all the time to do this, because the flesh is weak. You want to do other shit, but hey, this is the dedication and the sacrifice that it takes to get that ultimate body. See, now we working for that imperishable crown, that God body. All right. But I liken it to the sport that I like. All right. This is Matthew 7 and verse 12. It says, therefore, who's all these things ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye into the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way which leadeth to destruction, and many there be that go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. And that strait gate is those hardships, those trials, those tribulations, those I don't want to do it. But it's that narrow path. It's that path that only a few men can get through, a few good chosen men. All right, and and it's like that in the world of bodybuilding. All right, you have bodybuilding competitions like the Mr. Olympia. All right, where they have like 1 to 20 competitors, man. The best of the best of the bodybuilders, right, in the world. Then you have millions of people watching these bodybuilding competitions. But then you see the 20th dude, right, and he lose. All right, well, he don't place first. All right, you see like the 20th dude on the stage, he still look better than 95% of the other million, probably 100% of out of millions of people in the world. All right, and that's how the elect is. All right, even the smallest amongst the elect, or the lesser, amongst the elect, are still better than the best person in the so-called best person you can say in this world, doing the best they can ever do. All right, because they took that time, they took that sacrifice, and they took that dedication. All right, so I don't want to rant or nothing, but it's just a lot of similarities to the truth in bodybuilding. And like I said, this is a 24-hour sport. You slip damn near one time a day, your whole day is blue. All right, and it's that straight and narrow you gotta follow. This is 2 Ezra 7 and 7. It says the inheritance, that the interest thereof is narrow, and is set in dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and left a deep water, and one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small there could be one man can go therein at once, because it's a dangerous path, all right? And it's only one way you can do it. Say you squatting 400 or 500 pounds, all right? And where the risk is high, the reward is even higher. You in heavy danger of breaking your hips, breaking your neck, fucking up your spine, fucking up your shoulders. But when you do that with perfect form, and you do it a couple times and you take it off, you feel so great, man. All right, because you it's only one way that you can do it, and that's that hard, straight, just fucking grind, man. That 24-hour grind, man. And ultimately, I'm likening it to something carnal, but the mentality of a bodybuilder is a very spiritual mentality. That warlike, that warrior, that soldier-like mentality. Because no matter what's going on in the world, you still have to zone out and know you have a goal to finish. All right? But that's that straight path, man, and it's only few that can do it. All right? This is 2 Timothy 2:1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Mashiach Yahushai, and these things that thou hast heard of me amongst many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also." And that's what the elders and the apostles have did to us. "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him that have chosen him to be a good soldier." And when you're in that bodybuilding world, man, the only person that can lose is you, man. So, you got coaches. They can't work for you. They can tell you what to do. We got coaches, we got apostles, we got elders, we got other brothers. But if you ain't in that soldier-like mentality and you letting the affairs of this world affect you, man, you can forget about it, man. Like, a lot of people, like I said, and you got scoffers, man. They scoff that field or that profession because they know it will never be them. And that's how it is with this truth. I didn't want to make this too long, but, I hope this was edifying. I brought out a couple scriptures, and it was just something that was on my mind. But with that being said, call aloud, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. I just want to liken bodybuilding, to the truth. Just like Paul did it with boxing, he did it with the marathon. Hey, like the scriptures say, thy strength is small if thy faint in the day of adversity. Call out Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom. Double honors to the elders and Shalom.